In the heart of Paris, where the Seine River glistens under the moonlight and the Eiffel Tower stands tall and majestic, love stories are born every day. This is the tale of Élodie, a talented painter, and Julien, a charming musician, whose lives cross paths unexpectedly, leading to a romance as magical as the city itself. Élodie Delacroix stood by the window of her quaint apartment overlooking the cobblestone streets of Montmartre. Her auburn hair, cascading in soft waves down her back, glowed in the morning sunlight. Her green eyes, usually sparkling with creative energy, now appeared dull and lifeless, reflecting her broken spirit. She had recently ended a relationship that had once seemed full of promise, but had left her heart shattered. Her passion for painting had dwindled, her canvases now gathering dust in the corner of her studio. Her apartment, filled with vintage furniture and art supplies, was a testament to her artistic soul. The walls were adorned with her previous works, vivid landscapes, striking portraits, and abstract pieces that captured the essence of her emotions. Yet, amidst the beauty, there was a noticeable absence of new creations. Julien Beaumont, a gifted musician, walked along the Seine, his guitar case slung over his shoulder. His dark, wavy hair framed a face marked by gentle yet somber features. His deep brown eyes, once full of mischief and joy, now carried a hint of sadness. He had lost his sister, his confidant, a year ago to a tragic accident. The music that once brought him joy now felt like a reminder of his loss. Yet he played on, hoping that someday the melodies would heal his wounded heart. Julien lived in a small, bohemian flat in the Latin Quarter. His home was filled with musical instruments, sheet music scattered across every surface, and photographs of his sister Marie, who had been his biggest supporter. The scent of old books and the faint aroma of coffee lingered in the air, creating a warm, inviting atmosphere despite the undercurrent of sorrow. One crisp autumn morning, Élodie decided to visit her favorite café, Le Petit Chéri, a place where she often found inspiration. The café, with its vintage decor, red velvet chairs, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, was a haven for artists and dreamers alike. The walls were lined with bookshelves, and the soft hum of conversations filled the air, creating a cozy, welcoming environment. As she entered, her eyes met those of Julien, who was setting up to play his guitar in the corner of the café. Julien's fingers strummed the strings, producing a melody so hauntingly beautiful that it brought tears to Élodie's eyes. He wore a simple, white shirt and jeans, his lean frame moving gracefully with the rhythm. She was captivated, not just by the music, but by the man who played it with such soul and passion. She found a seat near him, her sketchpad in hand, and began to draw, the first time in weeks that she felt the urge to create. As the morning turned to afternoon, Julien finished his set and approached Élodie, noticing her engrossed in her drawing. Up close, she could see the fine lines of his face, the subtle stubble on his chin, and the way his eyes sparkled with curiosity and warmth. "Bonjour, mademoiselle. Your sketch is beautiful. May I see it?" "Oh, thank you. I was inspired by your music. It's been a while since I felt this way." Julien smiled, a warm and genuine expression that reached his eyes, crinkling slightly at the corners. "I'm glad my music could inspire you. I'm Julien, by the way." "Élodie, it's a pleasure to meet you, Julien." They spent the next few hours talking, discovering a shared love for art and the city they called home. As the sun set over Paris, casting a golden hue over the city, they parted ways, both feeling a spark of hope they hadn't felt in a long time. Over the following weeks, Élodie and Julien began to see each other more frequently. They explored the city together, each day uncovering new layers of its beauty and history. They visited the Louvre, where they marveled at the timeless art. They walked along the Champs-Élysées, savoring the vibrant atmosphere, and they shared quiet moments in the hidden gardens of the city. Their visit to the Louvre was nothing short of enchanting. The Grand Palace-turned-museum stood proudly, its iconic glass pyramid entrance glistening in the sunlight. Inside, the vast halls were filled with masterpieces from different eras and regions. Élodie and Julien stood in awe before Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, the small portrait exuding an enigmatic charm that captivated countless visitors. They wandered through the Galerie d'Apollon, where the opulent ceilings and exquisite art pieces created an atmosphere of regal splendor. Each room they entered told a story, from ancient Egyptian relics to Renaissance paintings, allowing them to lose themselves in the rich tapestry of human history and creativity. The Champs-Élysées was another highlight of their explorations. The wide avenue, lined with horse chestnut trees, stretched majestically from the Place de la Concorde to the Arc de Triomphe. The boulevard bustled with life, its sidewalks filled with a mix of locals and tourists enjoying the array of shops, cafes, and theaters. Élodie and Julien strolled hand in hand, pausing to admire the window displays of high-end boutiques and savoring the delicious aromas wafting from the patisseries. They stopped at a charming cafe, where they enjoyed croissants and café au lait, the sounds of Parisian life creating a lively soundtrack to their day. The energy of the Champs-Élysées, with its blend of history and modernity, left them both exhilarated. Among their favorite retreats were the hidden gardens scattered throughout the city. One afternoon, they found themselves in the serene Jardin du Palais Royal. The garden, nestled within the arcades of the Palais Royal, was an oasis of tranquility amidst the urban hustle. Manicured lawns, blooming flowers, and perfectly trimmed hedges created a picturesque setting. Élodie and Julien sat on a bench near the central fountain, watching as children played and lovers strolled by. The gentle trickle of water and the rustling leaves above provided a soothing backdrop to their conversation. It was in these quiet, intimate moments that their bond deepened, each finding solace and joy in the other's presence. One evening, under the shimmering lights of the Eiffel Tower, Julien shared his story with Élodie. They sat on a bench by the Seine, the gentle breeze rustling the leaves of the nearby trees. The tower, illuminated against the night sky, cast a soft glow over them, creating a magical, almost surreal ambiance. My sister Marie was my best friend. We grew up together in a small village in Provence. She was always there for me, encouraging me to pursue my dreams. When she died, it felt like a part of me died with her. Julien's voice trembled slightly, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. Élodie reached out, placing her hand on his, offering silent comfort. Music was our bond. She played the piano and I the guitar. We would spend hours creating songs, dreaming of performing together. After the accident, I couldn't bring myself to play. It hurt too much, but I knew I had to keep going for her. Élodie, in turn, opened up about her failed relationship, her fear of never finding love again. I thought I'd never paint again, but meeting you has changed something in me, Julien. You've brought color back into my world. And you've given me a reason to play with heart again, Élodie. Maybe together we can heal. Their bond grew stronger, each passing day intertwining their lives like the intricate streets of Paris. They spent their days exploring art galleries, attending small concerts, and discovering hidden gems within the city. Every moment was a new adventure, a new memory to cherish. But as with all love stories, misunderstandings can lurk in the shadows, waiting to test the strength of their connection. One rainy afternoon, Élodie decided to surprise Julien at his favorite cafe. She wore a navy blue trench coat, her hair slightly damp from the drizzle, and carried a bouquet of fresh lilies, Julien's favorite flower. As she approached, she saw him through the window, sitting with a beautiful woman. The woman had long, dark hair and a radiant smile. They were laughing, their heads close together, and Élodie felt a pang of jealousy and doubt. Was she just another fleeting muse for Julien? Unable to confront him, Élodie walked away, her heart heavy. She distanced herself from him, not answering his calls or messages, retreating into her apartment and her art. The colors on her canvas turned dark and somber, reflecting her inner turmoil. Julien, confused and hurt by Élodie's sudden withdrawal, sought her out. He found her at a small gallery where she was displaying her latest works. The gallery was dimly lit, the walls adorned with her paintings. The atmosphere was heavy with emotion, each piece telling a story of pain and longing. Julien approached Élodie, determination in his eyes. "Élodie, why have you been avoiding me? What happened?" Élodie, struggling to hold back tears. "I saw you, Julien, with that woman at the cafe. I thought you were with her." Julien's face softened with understanding. He took Élodie's hands in his. That woman is my cousin, Marie. She's visiting from Lyon. There's nothing between us but family. I only want to be with you, Élodie. Élodie felt a wave of relief and shame wash over her. She had let her insecurities cloud her judgment, and in doing so, had almost lost someone truly special. I'm so sorry, Julien. I let my fears get the best of me. Julien. We all have our scars, Élodie. What matters is that we face them together. They embraced, the weight of the misunderstanding lifting off their shoulders. The love they felt for each other was palpable, stronger than ever before. They spent the evening walking along the Seine, the city of lights, casting a magical glow around them. In the weeks that followed, Élodie and Julien's relationship blossomed. They collaborated on projects, combining their artistic talents to create breathtaking works of art and music. Their love inspired those around them, showing that even in the midst of pain, beauty and hope could be found. As they stood together on a bridge overlooking the Seine, Élodie spoke softly. Thank you, Julien, for believing in me and for being my muse. And thank you, Élodie, for showing me that love can heal even the deepest wounds. Their story, much like the city of Paris, was a testament to the power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. As they gazed at the shimmering lights reflected on the river, they knew that their journey together was just beginning, with many more chapters to be written. In the heart of Paris, Élodie and Julien found not just each other, but a new beginning. Their love story, filled with moments of joy and sorrow, became a beacon of hope, reminding us all that even after the darkest night, the sun will rise again. Stay tuned for more enchanting tales from the City of Love, where every corner holds a new adventure, and every romance has the promise of a happily ever after. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, remember, love is the greatest masterpiece of all. This has been Parisian Hearts, a story of love, misunderstanding, and the magic of new beginnings. Be sure to subscribe to Edge of Your Seat Stories and click the notification bell for more captivating mysteries filled with intrigue, romance, and dynamic relationships. Please leave a comment below. Tell us of your stories. Until next time, dream big.